Most people quit right before their life changes forever. That's the crazy part nobody talks about. They stop chasing the dream when the pressure gets too heavy, when the money disappears, when nobody believes in them anymore. But somewhere in a tiny apartment in Brooklyn, New York, an ordinary guy named Daniel Carter decided he was not going to quit, no matter how ugly life became. At 25 years old, Daniel felt completely stuck. Every morning looked the same. Wake up tired, ride the crowded subway, work long hours at a boring grocery store job, come home exhausted, and repeat. His payback barely covered rent, and his dreams felt farther away every single day. While social media showed flashy lifestyles, luxury vacations, and millionaire success stories, Daniel sat alone eating cheap takeout noodles under flickering apartment lights, wondering if his life would ever matter. But deep down, something inside him refused to die. A tiny voice kept whispering, "You were made for more." That thought haunted him constantly. Daniel was not famous. He was not rich. He did not have powerful connections or a college degree from some elite universities. He was just a regular dude trying to survive in a world that moved fast and rewarded only the strongest. But sometimes ordinary people carry extraordinary hunger. One freezing winter night changed everything. Daniel was closing the grocery store after another exhausting shift when he saw an older janitor cleaning the floors. The man looked worn out, exhausted from years of non-stop work. In a short conversation, the janitor quietly admitted he had worked jobs like this for over 40 years and struggled financially. That moment hit Daniel hard. He suddenly realized what scared him most was not failure. It was staying average forever. That night, Daniel went home, sat on the edge of his bed, and made a life-changing decision. He promised himself he would stop surviving and finally start building something bigger. He did not know exactly how success would happen, but he knew one thing for sure. Nobody was coming to save him. From that day forward, Daniel attacked life differently. He started waking up at 5 a.m. every morning. For work, while the city slept, he studied businesses, self-improvement, online marketing, and video editing using free content online. His tiny apartment slowly transformed into a green zone filled with notebooks, vision boards, and motivational quotes tacked to the walls. The process was not pretty. There were nights Daniel felt mentally destroyed. He worked long shifts during the day and spent hours learning new skills at night until his eyes burned from exhaustion. Friends stopped inviting him out because he was always busy. Family members questioned why he worked so hard for dreams that were not making money yet. Still, Daniel stayed locked in because successful people are willing to sacrifice temporary comfort for permanent growth. Months passed and progress felt painful, though slow. Daniel launched multiple online projects that completely failed. His first YouTube channel got almost no views. His second business idea lost money fast. One client even called his work a meteor. Every rejection felt like a punch to the chest, but instead of breaking him, the struggle sharpened him. Daniel became obsessed with improving himself. He studied successful entrepreneurs daily, practiced editing videos for hours, and learned how social media algorithms work. While most people wasted time scrolling endlessly online, Daniel treated every minute like an investment into his future. That one random night, something unbelievable happened. Daniel uploaded a short motivational video telling the story of his struggles, fears, and dreams. No fake flexing, no luxury lifestyles, just raw honesty and real emotion. He almost did not repost it because he thought nobody would care. But the internet proved him wrong. One night, the video exploded. Thousands of shares turned into millions of views. Comments flooded in from people saying his story inspired them to keep going. Major pages reposted his content. Brands reached the outstanding collaboration. For the first time in his life, Daniel felt seen. That viral moment changed everything. In a year, Daniel built a massive online platform focused on motivation, self-growth, and entrepreneurship. His content reached millions around the world. The same guy who once struggled to pay rent now traveled across the country speaking at events and inspiring people to chase their dreams fearlessly. The craziest part, Daniel never became successful because he was the smartest person in the room. He became successful because he refused to quit. That's the secret most people overlook. Success usually belongs to the people who stay consistent long after everybody else gives up. One evening, Daniel stood on the rooftop of a luxury downtown building overlooking the glowing city skyline. Expensive cars moved below him while the sunset painted the sky gold and orange. Years earlier, he used to stare at these same buildings, wondering if success was only for other people. Now he understood the truth. Success does not care where you start, it cares how hard you are willing to fight. Daniel remembered the broke version of himself, stressed, exhausted, scared, and doubting everything. But he also realized those painful moments built the mindset that eventually changed his entire life. Without the struggle, he never would have discovered true strength. That's why the journey from zero to hero matters so much. It true, ordinary people can create extraordinary futures. You don't need to be born rich. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need everybody to believe in you. Sometimes all you need is enough courage to keep going one more day. Because every successful person was once unknown. Every millionaire once struggled financially. Every winner once felt like quitting. The difference is they kept moving forward when life became difficult. So, if you're reading this while feeling broke, tired, lost, or frustrated, remember Daniel's story. Your current situation is not a final chapter. The grind you hate today may become the breakthrough that changes your future forever. Stay hungry, stay disciplined, keep chasing greatness. One day, the same people who ignored your struggle will be inspired by your success story.